November 16th, 2024, we are headed to the DuBois SuperCon at the DuBois Alliance Fellowship Hall at 1004 South Main Street, DuBois, Pennsylvania, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. If you're a fan of comic books, toys, original art, video games, or cosplay, this is the event for you. And guess what? Admission is totally free. So why not come out and join us for a day packed with fun, fandom, and a whole lot of geeky goodness. Make sure to swing by our table where you can meet us in person. Grab some exclusive Ineffably Sublime merch and maybe have a live recording. Be sure to check the website out. That's DuBois SuperCon and SwapMeet.org for all the latest updates, or you can find them on Facebook. So mark your calendars, November 16th, DuBois SuperCon. We will see you there.
With Bubs and Spuds McGamble, here we kick it right. Talking wild side of life all day and night. Ineffably sublime, you'll feel the vibe. Join us every time for that special ride. So grab your hat and won't you swing along through the fun, the laughs, where we belong. Every story untold, every life surprise, with the jazzy beat and stars in our eyes. It's a special good time with McGamble both, where the wild meets the weird and folks invoke. With the swing on the airwaves, let's take flight. Tune and lean back, everything's alright. From the jungle tales to the city's hum, every twist, every turn, no rule of thumb. With Bubs and Spuds, we make the world feel small. Step into our vibe and have a ball. No need for the blues when the brass is hot. When the saxophone sings, our show's the spot. So pour that rye and sway to the beat. Every episode a special treat. Hit that swing groove, feel the rhythm tight. With McGamble hosting every night. It's ineffably sublime and wild we find. Bubs and Spuds bringing joy of every kind.
What is going on, Sublime Squad? Peep that new theme song we got going on, courtesy of Spuds McGamble there. He wanted some big brassy swing going on, so we got some big brassy swing theme song going on. But I'm your host, Deej, and with me, as I previously mentioned, is Spuds McGamble. What's going on, Spuds?
Thank God. That music was terrible. Terrible. I didn't like But here's the thing, like I said, it's one of those. It shows you how much I listen to our own damn show. It was just, last week? I finally heard it for the first time. Like, what the hell is that playing at the beginning? Like, I hate it. Like, I don't want it.
I know, that's funny. I thought it was cool, but,
I was playing, pissy celebrity. Like, get it off her. Music sucks. I'm not listening to that shit.
I thought it was fun, but,
that makes one of us.
I like to change it every I like to change it anyway every once in a while. So that's
It's so far, like I said, I dig the swing. I dig it.
So we'll. Hey, that was your choice.
It was.
Somehow.
Why did I choose that? What did we?
I have no idea. Oh yeah, we were talking about Dick Cheese or Richard Cheese.
Yeah, that's right. But why would Dick Cheese turn into swing music?
Because Richard Cheese does swing cover songs.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
And you were talking about your hairdresser fellow.
Oh yeah, the Flaming Dragon.
Yeah,
I call him Flaming Dragon. It's not Flaming Dragon. I just like to call him that. Yes, he does the big band swing covers of like Nirvana and stuff like. It must be a. I'm assuming I didn't ask him. I should have. It seems like he's got it like it must be like a Spotify channel or Pandora channel or something, because it just goes from song to song. But it is wild. Like, I hate the song. This could have been one of the songs that I put on my most hated was Rihanna's Umbrella. Fucking hate that song, especially when she goes fucking pisses me off. But there's a like a big band version of that. And I was like, holy shit, that actually makes the song somewhat listenable.
I love good cover songs, man. It's
Sometimes the cover songs are hella better than the original.
hella.
I don't know why I said it. I don't think I've ever said hella better.
Hella. That's good. You have umbrella on the umbrella.
I
Hella.
I
Hella.
think I might be rhyming umbrella all day now.
That's hella cool, bro.
That is hella, yeah. I don't know why I said that. That's
That's
so
fucking
weird.
weird, man.
Wow.
Well,
Son
whatever.
of a
I mean,
bitch.
all right, guys. Well, today we have. Oh yeah, don't forget about SuperCon's coming up real soon. About a month and 16 days ish. No, a month and 6 days.
I can't go.
You don't know that yet.
No, I got a thing.
Yeah, you got SuperCon. That's what you got.
Oh, is that what I got? Okay.
It'll
You
be a
know
good
how I
time.
am. You
I
know
ordered.
how I
I
am.
got some of our merch coming already. Like,
Ah, shit, that's right. I am gonna have to go.
you know, people that are fans of the show will be able to come and pick the shirt that they want, and I'm gonna press it for you right there on the spot. It's gonna be cool
Ooh.
shit.
Oh,
Um,
that does sound cool.
yeah, it's gonna be pretty fun. So you can pick the shirt size that you want, and I'll just make it for you right on the spot. We've got some stickers coming, just some general promotion stuff. So that's gonna be that. Amanda isn't going to be joining us today. She's out for whatever she's doing, work something.
Lame.
But she did provide us with our content for the week. So that being said, we're going to do something fun. It's called Two Truths and a Lie. So we're going to be reading 3 scary stories. Okay. And then Mitch and I are going to talk about each one. And then we have to figure out of the 3, which one is not real.
Cool.
So I think that'll be a good time. And then let's see here. Today, October 10th, it is National Angel Food Cake Day. That's fucking weird.
That is.
And it's National Cake Decorating Day, so Izzy's on to something.
Yeah, she did it a day before she was actually supposed to do it. So that's pretty cool.
Now, if you have a friend named Kevin, today's the national day in which you can hug him.
What?
National Hug a Kevin Day.
Good God. I don't think I know any Kevins.
Isn't there one that we work with? That works at Danone?
Oh, I think so. I think it wasn't one of the maintenance guys, I think is a Kevin.
Yeah.
But I don't know which one it is, so I'm not going to just start randomly hugging maintenance guys. Well, I'm not going to see them today anyway.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Or a week ago, I guess. How we got to kind of say it, because we're shooting this on the 10th. And
right.
Yeah, when people hear this, it'll already have happened. So I will not hug any Kevins today.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And on a more serious note, today is also World Mental Health Day. So if you're experiencing a mental health crisis, get help immediately by calling or texting 988. Everything is free and confidential. So there's that. And there shouldn't be a day for that. Obviously, every day should be World Mental Health Day.
Right on.
So we will stick to that. And let's speaking of, I not to make a joke, but our news story of the week is fucked up. This so let's go ahead and dive right into that shit.
Oh, well, here we go. So I guess here it is, breaking news from New York Post. As we were getting ready to read this story, Kennedy family matriarch Ethel Kennedy dead at 96. And I thought Ethel Kennedy died many, many years ago. So
I don't even know who that is.
That's Ethel. 96. So would she have been like JFK's like sister or some shit? I don't know. JFK and RFK, or like was she? I'm assuming that's what she is.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Not that really means anything, but oh my God, I can't type again.
Speaking of breaking news, I'm sitting there this morning getting my my beard trimmed up, looking all nice and fire, and my barber, we're talking about the hurricane and yada yada yada, and because it's been on. That's the talk of the town, the
Yeah,
hurricane.
between Helene and Milton and
Yeah, and I'm sitting there last night, turned off the fucking shit show of a Penguins game.
oh, that
Holy
sucked.
fuck,
They suck so
fucking
fucking bad.
terrible.
Fuck the Penguins.
I
Fuck
turned
Jari.
I turned that shit off. So I was like, I'm done. I don't even think it was like 3-0. I'm like, I'm out.
They looked so slow compared
Oh
to the
man, it was
Rangers.
bad. So
It
bad.
looked like a pro team versus a high school team. It was pitiful. All right, go
Yeah,
ahead. I'm
it
sorry.
was fucking terrible. Anyway, I turned that off, turned on the hurricane tracking information. I woke up, went to go get my beard trimmed, and my barber's like, "Oh, my neighbor is in Disney right now." And I'm like, "What the fuck? Who the fuck would go there?"
Yeah, they shut down like yesterday, like before Milton even came. I thought
Yeah,
they were
so
like shut down.
the more I'm talking shit on it, the more I'm thinking that your neighbor's my sister-in-law. He's like, yeah, that's who it is. And I'm like, what the fuck? You're kidding me.
Wow.
So there I am texting my wife, guess where your sister is? And she's like, are you fucking serious? Like, oh man, it's fucking funny.
So are they still like, have you heard any update? Like, are they still down there? Are
They're
they
still down there. They're okay. They're stuck in a hotel with no
obviously?
power.
Yeah.
And they're doing activities that the hotel has provided.
Ooh. What the hell would that be?
Probably not much. They don't have power.
Charades? Pin the tail on the donkey?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Wow.
Pin the ears on the Mickey. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but they're going to be down there for a while.
Huh.
Crazy.
That is crazy. So Ethel Kennedy was married to Robert Kennedy. So the whack job RFK that's running for I guess not running for president anymore. That would be his mother. She died. So she was married to old man Robert, who got shot in the he got shot in the back of a he was doing I think he was going to run for president, and he was walking, he was like in like some sort of like banquet hall, and he got shot in the kitchen back in 1968. So that's Ethel. Yeah. I just assumed she was dead. So good for her, living the life that she lived. So,
well,
yeah,
here's the news story.
Bring it.
A man chopped up his own ding dong and stores the severed parts in a jar of snow. And he did this while under the influence of magic mushrooms.
I don't even know where to begin on this one.
Well, let's begin right here at the top.
I guess we begin by reading it, shall we?
A man in Austria reportedly amputated his own penis with an axe after ingesting a hefty dose of psychedelic mushrooms. Fortunately, I should mention, this is episode 2 of our spooky stories month.
Yeah. Speaking of severed penises, this is episode 2 of our Halloween spectacular.
Yeah.
And now back to the wiener.
So while under a heavy dose of psychedelic mushrooms, fortunately, doctors in Austria were able to reattach the severed organ.
But I thought he chopped it. Okay.
He undoubtedly lost at least an inch.
Well, yeah. I don't. Okay, so because he made it the headline made it sound like he chops up his own penis and stored the severed parts in a jar. That almost sounded like he chopped it multiple times, but apparently not. I guess we need to keep reading.
Yeah.
Let's see. There we go. Okay, the 37-year-old man was reportedly suffering from depression and alcohol abuse at the time of his psychotic break. And, well, not only depression and alcohol abuse, but mushroom ingesting, too. Psilocybin is a natural occurring compound in so-called magic mushrooms with the power to thrust humans into hallucinatory states of if ingested. It works by altering the brain's serotonin receptors, altering our senses and heightening emotions. Throughout history, several indigenous cultures have used the drug in spiritual ceremonies and to bring enlightenment to the physically ill. Well, I don't know how enlightened he felt when he decided to cut it off. Let's see. Lately, mainstream medicine has caught on to the therapeutic benefits of whatever that's called, the psilocybin mushrooms, as studies show it could help treat patients experiencing psychological distress such as depression, anxiety, addiction, and PTSD. However, the patient involved in this shocking new report found in no such relief after using the substance without supervision to treat his ill mental health. This is the first documented case of Klingsor syndrome related to psilocybin, in which a psychologically disturbed person self-inflicts harm on their genitals. So is Klingsor syndrome like legitimately specified to genital self-infliction?
It's the first. Yeah, I would assume so. If it's the first documented case due to mushroom
Klingsor syndrome.
I've never heard of that. That's fucking wild, though.
That
with
is.
An axe, bro.
With an axe.
Fuck.
So let's see. Doctors at Hospital Fieldkirch in Austria wrote that the patient, who had been alone at his vacation home at the time, had eaten 4 to 5 individual dried mushrooms, inducing a brief psychotic episode in which he used an axe to chop his penis into multiple pieces.
Wow.
Later, he was spotted by a townsperson after wandering from his home to seek help. He arrived at the nearest hospital in critical condition about 5 hours after the horrific incident. I thought that was said the garnish scene.
Dang.
The garish,
yeah.
Garish scene indicated to medical experts that the man had attempted to tie a piece of cloth around his penis to block blood flow and placed the rest of the organ in a jar filled with snow. Doctors had to carefully clean the severed organ, which had been contaminated by dirt and snow, and managed to repair the tip and about 2 inches of the shaft. That's normal. Other pieces had been too damaged to reattach. The patient was unable to fully recollect the nightmarish event. I mean, he's got a good 3 inches.
Oh,
2 inches in the 2 inches in the tip. That's more than enough.
Yeah,
at least that's what I get told. 3 inches is more. No, I'm kidding. Well,
that's okay. Now he can go there. He can identify as microphallus syndrome.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm reading this whole story, but I'm just gonna keep reading. I'm flowing right now.
You're good.
All right, I know I'm good. Immediately following surgery, the man was placed under the care of psychiatric professionals. No shit, as he continued to suffer from bouts of psychosis for about a week to follow. On the mend, he later continued recovery in the urology department. Complications arose, including necrosis, which is a death of skin tissue, which healed with time. We probably got frostbite on his penis when he put it in the jar. Within a few months of surgery, he had also regained erectile and urinary functions. So my man and his 2-inch shaft can get rock hard again.
Dang, dude.
Yep.
I can't even imagine.
No. Cut his own thing off.
Just like the thought process, like, oh, I got this axe here. I should do this. I should do it.
I've heard. I don't know too many people that have taken mushrooms. I know a couple, and I from what I understand, you can trip balls hard on mushrooms.
That's what I hear.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a prude. I've never done it. You know, fuck, I've never even done marijuana in my life. I'm that much of a square.
Dang.
So I wouldn't know any of this shit. But I've heard stories. People talk. But I don't know of any of the people that I know. Man. An axe. I wonder if it was like a big axe or just one of those little handheld axes. Not that it matters.
So
But I mean,
wild.
kudos to the what hospital was that? Feldkirch.
Feldkirch.
Feldkirch. They know how to reattach a good dick.
Damn right.
Yep.
Amen.
Even though it was only 2. Now I wonder how much he did end up losing. I wanted to know pre and post shaft length.
I mean,
was he always just 2 inches of shaft and a tip?
They grafted some more.
Yeah. That's what I would ask.
He's actually bigger.
Yeah. It's like
he's bigger than he was before it happened.
Because I definitely would have been. I would have been one of those guys. I would have been like, why don't you go ahead and because don't they, when they do skin grafts, don't they usually take skin from your ass cheek, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I would be all for that. Be all for that. I'll be for it. Be all for that. Just say, take some skin from my ass, make my wiener just a little bit longer.
Well, you got to have all the extra parts that are in. It's not just skin there.
That's true. There's true.
Like some sort of spongy material in there.
Yeah.
That fills.
Just put a sponge. Yeah.
Just put some. Just chop up the scrub daddy and just put that in there. Just add that to it.
Yeah, that's cool. Nothing wrong with that.
I don't need to. I can be numb at the base.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah. Nothing ever touches the base. The base is pointless.
Wow, what a story, dude. Oh man, it's one of those stories that makes you want to hug your Kevin a little closer.
Is that what you call your wiener? Oh no, it's okay. It is National Hug a Kevin Day. Never mind.
That's not what
I thought you were. It was one of those you're like saying you're gonna hug your wiener because you never know if it's gonna get chopped off.
Hey, suck my Kevin, motherfucker! Jesus.
Oh.
All right.
Okay.
That makes me want to hug my Kevin just a little closer.
Yeah.
I can't believe you asked that. Jeez Louise.
Well, I
can't believe it.
Well, yeah, you can, because I got caught asking you a very personal question the other day at work and didn't realize someone was standing behind me.
Oh boy, yeah, that's true. That was funny.
All
right. Well, so we're gonna do our 2 truths and a lie stories.
Okay.
What
the hell is this that you just sent me?
Oh.
Conversational alternative. Oh, okay. So instead of saying okay, say oak nuggins.
Yeah.
Instead of saying yes, yank train. Nuns on Ripple. What the fuck?
I love number 4.
I think so. I put a boogie dollar down. Do you play golf? Do you slap the dimpled balls?
I love it so much.
Mama's got the nasty jam for I feel sick. Oh my God. So, okay. So if I go, tomorrow night at work, I'm going to be when we're doing our 3rd or 4th flavor change and the foils aren't laying down, I'm going to be like, oh, this gig going to slash me hips is basically what I'm going to say, which is slang for this job is killing me. Dip me in your Monday milk for let's grab lunch on Monday.
Let's do lunch on Monday. Dip me in your Monday milk.
Oh my God. All right. I'm gonna keep reading these. We're better stop because like I said, we don't have 2 hours like we usually do.
Look at number 6 in the next list.
Okay, hold on. Let me get to I flubbed the funky chicken. That one?
Yes. Instead of saying sorry, you say I flubbed the funky chicken.
Oh my God. Instead of saying that's awesome. That's a double-decker disco taco.
I love that shit, man.
Oh my God.
Instead of saying I'm excited, you say my squirrels are spinning in circles.
Jesus Christ.
And as you can see down here on the last list, let's go.
Time to ride the spaghetti tornado. Oh my God.
That's why I said that the other day. You're like, the fucking what? You know.
Oh. Oh my God. Okay, that's crazy.
All right. Do you want me to read scary story number 1?
Yeah. What do we want to do the story? Do we want to talk about this like she sent about this dude that's going to be at Penn State Du Bois? Do we want to hit that real quick and then we'll do our fun story?
We can, yeah. I haven't even read about this guy yet.
I didn't either, but just to people that are into paranormal shiz that love that are in this area, there's a paranormal investigator, John Zaffis, is going to visit Penn State Du Bois on October 17th. So basically, he's going to be there, quote unquote, today. So as you're listening to this,
incorrect.
No,
that's next Thursday.
Wait, what the hell's today's date?
The 10th.
Oh, Tuesday. I said Tuesday. This isn't Tuesday. It's Thursday. So whatever. So tonight. So tomorrow. In 2 days. So you got 2 days.
Today's the 10th.
Yes, I know. I'm fucked up because for some reason I feel like this is Tuesday. I felt like this was Tuesday, and then it was airing today was exactly a week away. So yeah. So this airs. This is going to be out into the interwebs on Tuesday. So I'm lying. I even lied about that. So in 2 days, quote unquote, John Zaffis will be at Penn State Du Bois.
Correct.
Let's just edit that all out. Actually, no, don't. I don't give a shit.
Part of the charm.
Yeah. Zaffis is I'm not going to read the whole thing about him. No. Oh, he's been on Haunted Collector on the sci-fi series. I wonder if he ever talked to the other your paranormal people that asked if Kevin lives here.
That guy needs a hug.
Or is that, yeah. Is that what that was? That was what that guy's name was, right?
Yeah, does Kevin live here?
Yeah. Oh.
Good Lord.
Yep. So yeah, this Zaffis guy has been on, it looks like he's been on Ghost Hunters, Unsolved Mysteries, Ghost Adventures. He's very ghosty. He's got rocking a really nice beard.
Yeah, he might be a ghost.
He might be.
They couldn't. I'll tell you what, they could not have picked a more pixelated picture of this guy.
Yeah, he's got that. I'm not gonna lie. He looks rather debonair. He's very
what the fuck is debonair?
Debonair. You don't know what the word debonair means?
No.
Hold on. I don't think I do either. Hold on. Debonair. Nope, not debilitate. Debonair. That means confident, stylish, and charming. Typically used of a man. All the men look debonair and handsome in white tie and tails. So I would say he looks debonair.
Okay, I can deal with that.
Yeah. You thought I wanted to say demure, right? Like that.
No,
stupid,
I honestly wasn't sure what the fuck you were talking about. Honestly, demure would have that never even occurred.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. But yeah, he like if my beard goes fully white, I hope it looks like that. But see, he's got a lot more. He's got a better beard than I'll ever have. But him and his lustrous white beard will be in Du Bois on October 17th if you want to go see him. And if not, then don't. I don't give a fuck.
He's collected hundreds of possessed items. That's cool.
No.
Good for that guy.
Good for him indeed.
Not going to be something I'll ever do.
Oh, fuck no. No. All right. So now let's go to, okay. So, all right. I'm an idiot. So you're going to have to talk me through.
So just open up the.
I'm on Drive. I have scary stories. I have, which one is it?
Scary story number 1.
Scary story 1. Okay. There we go.
All right. This story is called The Disappearance of the Girl in the Woods. All right, so in the 1990s, in a small town surrounded by dense woods, a young girl named Emily went missing during a family camping trip. Her parents set up camp near a popular hiking trail, and Emily, an adventurous 8-year-old, ooh, this hits close to home.
Yeah.
Um, my daughter Emily is just about this age. Uh,
Ooh.
she wandered off to explore the woods while her parents were setting up. When they realized she was gone, panic set in. They called out her name, searching the area frantically. After hours of searching, they alerted authorities, and a search party was organized involving locals, volunteers, and search dogs. So, typical.
Typical. Yep. Yep.
Days turned into weeks, and despite extensive searches, no sign of Emily was ever found. Or was found. Sorry, I don't know about ever, but the case began to fade from the news, but the community was haunted by the mystery of her disappearance. Rumors started to circulate about about strange sightings in the woods. People claiming to see a shadowy figure lurking among the trees, watching the searches from a distance. Then one night, a local man who often hiked those woods claimed he saw a girl who looked just like Emily standing at the edge of a clearing. He approached her, but as he got closer, she vanished without a trace. Several more sightings followed over the years, each reported by different people, but no one was ever able to find her. The woods became known as a haunted place, with locals warning each other to stay away, especially after dark. Years later, a group of hikers discovered an old
That's a hard word to say.
dilapidated
Yeah.
Jesus dilapidated cabin deep in the woods. Inside, they found photographs and belongings that suggested someone had been living there, possibly for years. Among the items was a weathered drawing of a girl resembling Emily, surrounded by strange symbols. Though the mystery remains unsolved, many believe that Emily's spirit is still wandering the woods, forever searching for a way back home. This story serves as a chilling reminder that sometimes the woods hold secrets that are best left undisturbed.
Okay. That sounds like that could be a truth story.
It could be.
Yeah.
Now,
I
remember,
mean, they never
2 of
found the
these are
body.
true.
Yeah. But
So,
this one's so relatable that this could be the fake one. So,
yeah, I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know how she came up with these or where they came from or why they're in Google Doc format, but
Yeah.
we're putting our trust in Amanda.
Oh, I always trust Amanda. Okay, so I will read story number 2. So far 1 sounds very, very believable. No body found. People think they see somebody. Found a dilapidated woods cabin thing. So okay, I can get on board with that one. So now we're going back to the woods for the Watcher in the Woods. So, here's another one. Another small town surrounded by dense woods. I'm seeing a theme here. I want to see one where there's not dense woods. It's
Just a town surrounded by very sparse woods.
yeah, just a tree here or there. All right. So, in a small town surrounded by dense woods, there was an old legend about a creature known as the Watcher. Whoops, I don't know why let me say that again. Jesus Christ. The Watcher, not the Watcher.
You're having a hard time with speech this week, bud.
You should have heard me freaking yesterday talking to Izzy. Izzy was asking if I was having a stroke because I was calling people by the wrong name. I was just stuttering. It was awful.
Listen, listeners, on Mitch's way out of the filler room the other night, he's telling me he's got to go pee. And instead of saying, I have to go pee, he just looked at me and said, leak itch. And
Leak it. Yeah. I just walked by and I'm like, leak itch.
And I'm just like, fucking, what the fuck does that mean? So from now on, peeing is leak itch.
Leak itch. Yep. Not even leakage. That would have made much more sense, but no, it was a leak itch. I don't know. I mean, no, I'm not gonna say it. All right, so here's the Watcher. It was said that anyone who ventured too far into the forest would be stalked by this mysterious being, watching them from the shadows. One night, a group of friends decided to test the legend. Armed with flashlights and bravado, they entered the woods, laughing and joking, dismissing the tales as mere superstition.
Bravado.
If I'm gonna go into a wooded area and there's a thing called the Watcher, I'm bringing more than just a flashlight and my Bravado. I'm bringing a fucking axe. I'm bringing a gun. Not
Everybody have everything.
Yeah.
Everybody got your flashlights, your backpacks, dressed in black.
Yeah.
Everybody bring their Bravado.
Got my Bravado right here.
Like, fuck yeah, bro. So much. This Bravado has morphed into what we call a game, my friend. Jesus.
I am balls deep in Bravado. All right. So they're laughing and joking in all their Bravado and flashlights. And it's mere superstition, not just a little stition. It's superstition.
Right.
They walk deeper into the trees until the moonlight barely penetrated the canopy. Oh, that sounds sexual. I just asked Autumn the other night if I like to have her canopy penetrated, but that was a no-go. Penetrated
by moonlight.
Yeah. The moonlight barely penetrated the canopy. What the fuck's a canopy? How?
The trees.
Oh, I'm thinking an actual canopy. Like, well, what the fuck are they walking around with a damn canopy?
They're all carrying one leg of canopy.
It's like we're just gonna walk around with this fucking thing.
They have a pop-up. They have an Ozark Trail pop-up canopy that you carry one of these legs. Be like, bro, I got enough Bravado to carry the whole fucking thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. See, if I was going into the woods to see the Watcher with my Bravado, yeah, it would have been. I got this whole canopy, bitch.
I'll lift the whole thing up from the center with my fucking broomstick.
Ooh, there you go. And you're not even on shrooms.
That's damn right.
All right. So their canopy is penetrated. And then, okay. So as they settled down to have a campfire, one of the friends, Sarah, sounds like a bitch, felt a strange chill. She glanced around and thought she saw a figure standing between the trees. But when she pointed it out to her friends, they shrugged it off. They continued their stories, but Sarah couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. Later that night, Sarah decided to explore alone, dumbass, wanting to prove her friends wrong. She walked further into the woods, her flashlight flickering as she moved. Suddenly, she heard a soft whisper, "Ooh," her name echoing through the trees. Oh, that just gave me the willies. Panic set in, but curiosity pulled her closer. Sarah, the voice called again, a low, almost melodic sound that sent shivers down her spine. It sent shivers down my spine, and it's not even happening to me. Ooh, she followed it, heart racing, until she stumbled upon a clearing. In the center stood a massive tree, gnarled and ancient, and at its base was a dark figure. It turned...
What if he's like, I'm king of the trees. I'm the tree meister.
He's the tree meister. He is. Son of a bitch. The Watcher is the tree meister. Son of a gun. Okay. It turned to face her. Wait, the tree turned to face her? Wait, in the center stood a massive tree, gnarled and ancient. And at its base was a dark. Okay, the dark figure was at the base. I thought the Watcher was actually a fucking tree. All right, so it turned to face her, its eyes glowing with an unsettling light. "You shouldn't have come here," it said, the whisper now a raspy growl. Fear gripped Sarah, and she turned to run, but the woods seemed to twist and change around her. No matter which way she ran, the path led to her back to the clearing. Oh, maybe she was on these mushrooms that the wiener guy was on.
Oh, maybe.
Okay, so her friends, realizing she had been gone too long, began to search for her. As they called her name, they heard a distant echoing laughter coming from the woods. The atmosphere grew thick with dread, and they felt a presence closing in. Oh, I hate this fucking shit. Finally, they found her standing at the edge of the clearing, eyes wide and unblinking. "I can't leave," she whispered, as if in a trance. The friends pulled her back, but it felt like an invisible force was holding her in place. With all their strength, they managed to pull her away just as the dark figure lunged toward them. They ran, not stopping until they reached the safety of the town, hearts pounding and minds racing. The next day, Sarah, still shaken, but she remembered something. The figure had whispered one last thing as they escaped. "You're not safe yet." Fuck. From that day on, every time she looked out into the woods, she felt the weight of unseen eyes watching her, a chilling reminder that some legends are rooted in truth. I hope to fuck this one's the fake one or the lie. I can't handle this stuff.
It's pretty crazy.
My hair is standing on my arms. It's just I'm such a wuss when it comes to this stuff.
Okay.
It is okay. It's gonna have to be because it's just that's just the way it is. So I'm really hoping that's the lie. Right now, I'm leaning on 2 as being the lie, 1 being a truth. But
Just live your life
see.
balls deep in bravado, and you'll be fine.
Well, yeah, I've been neck deep in sniz, so I might as well be balls deep in bravado too.
Damn straight.
Bravado and sniz, that's used to be the story of my life.
All right, number 3.
Here we go.
This one does not involve dense woods.
Oh my God, it doesn't, does it?
No, this one involves, in a quiet suburban neighborhood, a teenager named Jake found an old mirror at a garage sale. So we got a suburban neighborhood in a garage sale and an old mirror.
Yep.
And a boy named Jake, likely not armed with bravado.
No, or a canopy.
Or a canopy.
That won't be penetrated.
It was ornate, the mirror, not the garage sale. The mirror was ornate with an intricate frame. And something about it captivated him. He bought it for a small price and he hung it on the wall in his room, excited to have a unique piece of decor. At first, the mirror seemed ordinary, but soon Jake began to notice strange things. Late at night, he'd catch glimpses of shadows moving behind him in the reflection. Even when he was alone, he brushed it off as tricks of the light and his imagination. One night, he woke up to the sound of whispers. Sitting up in bed, he looked at the mirror and saw a figure standing behind him, a girl with long, dark hair and hollow eyes staring right at him. He spun around, but there was nothing there. His heart was racing. He tried to convince himself it was just a bad dream. The next day, Jake did some research and discovered that the mirror had once belonged to a girl who went missing in the neighborhood decades ago. According to the legend, her spirit was trapped within the glass, searching for someone to help her escape. The more Jake learned, the more he felt drawn to the mirror, despite the fear gnawing at him. As days passed, the figure in the mirror began to change. The girl looked more desperate, her mouth moving silently as if trying to communicate. One night, unable to resist, Jake reached out to touch the mirror's surface. To his shock, it felt warm and pulsating, as if alive. Suddenly,
sorry.
Suddenly, the girl screamed silently, her hands pressed against the glass. In that moment, Jake felt a powerful pull, as if the mirror wanted him to step through. Terrified, yet intrigued, he hesitated, then pulled back, breaking the connection. The whispers grew louder, turning into cries for help. The air in his room became thick and heavy. That night, unable to sleep, he kept hearing his name called softly from the mirror. Help me, help me. Finally, driven by a mix of fear and curiosity, he decided to confront the spirit. So he's fucking ripping out bravado left and right.
Just throw the fucking mirror away.
Standing before the mirror, he spoke to the girl, promising to help her find peace. The moment he said those words, the room plunged into darkness. He felt himself being pulled forward. He fought against the force, managing to break free just as the lights flickered back on. Breathing heavily, he realized that the girl was gone. The mirror had cracked, and a web of fractures spread across its surface. The following day, Jake decided to get rid of it.
Oh, yeah, now he gets rid of it.
He carried the shattered mirror to the local dump, feeling a weight lift off his shoulders. But as he turned to leave, he heard a faint whisper behind him. You can't escape me.
Oh.
From that day on, he avoided all mirrors at all costs. he said, "Fuck mirrors." I'm
Poor guy
out.
goes to the barber. They're like, "What do you take a look?" Nope.
Nope. I trust you.
Yep. Like,
When he
take a
walked
look
by a
at your hair.
shop,
Nope.
when he walked by a shop or windows, or a
Nope.
window or a reflective surface, he would catch a glimpse of the girl's hollow eyes staring back at him, reminding him that some spirits refuse to be forgotten. Holy shit!
Christ.
Dude.
Now I'm hoping that one's is the lie, because at least in the dense woods, I know I'm never going in dense woods where my canopy won't be penetrated. Where a mirror is, I hate this month. Fuck this shit.
Well,
Okay.
okay, so I feel like number one is pretty likely. Like, I feel like that one's not that scary, and it's more rooted in. This is like an episode of Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah. Yeah, one seems that was very tame. I mean, yeah, you see the shadow of the girl, but she didn't whisper anything. She didn't say you can't escape. She didn't pull him closer. She didn't, so I feel one is definitely a truth.
Now, number two is pretty fucking wild.
Yeah. I mean, for it to happen, that one. See, that one I'm going to say is false because it happened to multiple people.
Well, so here's something else interesting about all three of these stories. Out of all three of them, number one says in the 1990s.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only one that has any kind of date at all.
There's no time. Yeah. Yep. There's no, these other ones are just very, you don't know when they happened. You don't know anything.
Right. So I'm going to go with one is true.
Yep. Same here. I figure one is, yeah.
Fuck, man.
So two has multiple people, but only one person's named in it. What was it? Sarah in the dense woods.
All of them only have one name.
Yeah. Then
You got
Jake.
Emily, Sarah, and Jake.
Okay, so Jake, the mirror, had the spirit in the mirror.
The mirrors are fucked up, dude. I'm gonna go with. I think number two is the lie.
You know what? I'm gonna say three's the lie, because a lot of fucking shit. In the number two story, that one has many people involved, and who's to say they weren't drunk?
I mean, that's true.
So I'm gonna say three. The mirror is the lie.
The mirror is the lie. Okay, so I'm gonna X out of all three of these stories.
Yep, same here. So that we
gotta open up the reveal.
Where is reveal true story? Are you ready? Did you click it already, or did
I have not clicked it yet?
All right, we'll click it at the same on three. We'll go 1, 2, 3, then click.
Okay.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, click.
Oh, what? Yes. One was true.
One was true.
The other two were lies.
I thought it was two truths and a lie.
It's supposed to be two truths and a lie.
So it was one truth and two lies.
I guess, yeah.
Oh,
that's
fuck.
Okay. That's good.
Okay, yeah. So one was true. So the other two were lies.
Yes.
Right? Okay, here we go. All right. So true's okay. So, all right, yeah.
So number one, the story of Emily lost in the woods is the true story.
Okay. So the other two were full of shit. All right. I thought it was okay. So I thought I got slightly confused there for a second. So there was one true story and two full of shit stories. I thought there was two true stories and one full of shit story.
I mean, that's the way it's supposed to be, but that's okay. Either way.
That is okay. Yeah, that's fine too. So it makes me not scared and shitless to look in a mirror, and I still won't go into the woods. I don't give a shit. That's not happening. I mean, okay, that's good. That's good. I'm totally fine with that.
Like realistically speaking, like to play it normally, I would tell you, 3 things about me.
Mhm.
2 are true, 1 is fucking horse shit. And
Yeah.
you're supposed to guess which of those 3 would be the lie.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
But either way, that worked out nicely. So my suspicions were true. This one had the in the 1990s. So
Mhm.
yeah, I
Yep.
think that's what gave it
Very,
away.
yeah, like you said, it was very specific. It was very, uh, yeah, yeah. Ugh. Even though that's still a little freaky. That where the hell did the girl go?
Yeah, I mean,
And the weird drawings in the cabin. That's still freaky as shit, though.
yeah, that's fucking wild, man.
Yeah. Like, is she still like? Does she live in that cabin? If it
I
was
don't know.
if there was a drawing of her and weird shit around, ugh, that is still a little, uh, creepy as fuck. Ugh, I hate this stuff. Oh, you have no idea what you guys are doing to me in my psychosis.
We're amping up your bravado, bud.
I am going to be balls deep in bravado. I may have to call that 988 number after by the end of the month. I may have some massive
Jeez
mental.
Louise.
It's like, what's your problem, sir? It's like, DJ and Amanda are fucking me up here. Like, I'm a
Well,
big
so
puss.
Amanda has provided us with some other things in this Google Drive, but
I feel like that'll be because we still got what is it? We still got 2 more weeks of this Halloween shit.
yeah,
Yeah. We probably should do an episode of like, even though my list will be not very long, of like our favorite like Halloweeny kind of movies,
I
like,
mean, I'm down.
yeah. I mean, it's not going to take me very long to do mine because, well, like I told you and Preston the other day, the last like horror related movie I watched was The Ring, and I didn't find it all that scary, to be honest with you.
Sometimes they just aren't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like sometimes like I love the movie Trick or Treat, and to me it is very tame.
Mm-hmm.
There's not much. There's a little bit of like, the overall, it's like one of those and I know I've probably mentioned this to you before, but it's an anthology film.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where there's one tying character, which is that little kid with the scarecrow head on.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he's the only tying character to every story.
Oh, okay.
And he's not even there. He's like the watcher in the story number 2. Like
Oh.
he kind of just is in the background. I don't know if he's making shit happen or if he's just there, but he's like the one character that appears in the entire movie. But like other than that, you're watching like 4 or 5 other small stories and they all connect in some way.
Gotcha.
And they all take place on Halloween, which is really fucking cool. And like it's very important to me whenever I'm watching a Halloween movie that like that's what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love that. Like
Yeah.
I will watch Freddy Krueger. I will watch fucking I don't typically leave Michael Myers, and because Michael Myers kind of takes place on Halloween. They're called Halloween for fuck's sakes, but
Yeah.
they don't often give you the same vibe. You could kind of watch them whenever, but like Freddy Krueger takes place in the middle of the summer. Same thing with Scream. Scream takes place just whenever the fuck.
Scream was good. I remember going to the movie theater to see Scream.
Screams, yeah, they're great, but
I
like
liked it.
again, there's nothing. It sucks because I wouldn't implicitly call them horror.
Yeah.
Like a horror movie is not. It's like it's horrifying, yeah, but it's not. I think there should be a stark contrast between, horror and Halloween. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you want to have both, that's different. But like, you can have a horror movie that's about fucking Christmas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like the Krampus is exactly that. It's mostly a Christmas movie, but there's a fucking killer thing on the loose. You know what I mean? Like that's what's going on. So it's hard to decipher that, and it kind of irritates me a lot of the time. But like, I'll watch for, like I said, Freddy Krueger, Scream, but you can watch those anytime.
Right.
And that's why I love Trick or Treat, or even like, and I know you're not gonna agree, but like the a Hubie Halloween with Adam Sandler is probably one of the most Halloweeny movies I've ever seen in my life.
Mm.
I'm not saying you should watch it. I know how you feel about Sandler.
Oh, I've watched enough of it. I watched like a half hour of it, and it was dumb as shit.
It's super dumb,
Yeah.
but like it's so implicitly aesthetically Halloween that I absolutely love watching it because it's so aesthetically pleasing.
Mm-hmm.
But even something like as small as like E.T. E.T. happens in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And Halloween happens in the movie. So it's not totally not a Halloween movie, but it's also not a Halloween movie.
Right. I gotcha. Yeah,
You know,
horror is
there-
a very, should we say it like it's a very like vague term? Because horror is different for people. Like, okay, yeah, like Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. I consider those, I think we talked about this. You even said they're more like slasher,
Correct.
where I wouldn't consider those. Like in my mind, when I think of horror, I think of just like, I don't know, like paranormal, like the Paranormal Activity movies and the Conjuring shit. Like have to deal with like like spooky, haunted stuff.
Right.
Where yeah, like Mike Myers, it's just a dude walking around. I don't think he's really I don't really know the story of Mike Myers.
Well, it's hard to say because, and this is where I have like a very discernible thing. Like I have always been more of a fan of like ghost shit.
Yeah, and see, that's
You know
what
what I
I
mean?
consider horror.
Right. Like I like, the idea of like an entity you're not going to get, it's going to be hard to get rid of the guy. So
Mhm.
that's why sometimes it's hard to say, when you have something like Jason Voorhees or Mike Myers or Freddy Krueger, all of three of those,
Mhm.
like Freddy Krueger is definitely a ghost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's definitely attacking you in your dreams. He's definitely undead and he can't be killed.
Yep.
Okay.
How does
Same
he
thing
die in the movies then? Does he even
he
die, I
doesn't
guess?
really, like he just is
I mean,
always
obviously.
around. Like,
Yeah, I guess obviously not if there's like 8 or 9 of them.
and same thing with Jason. I know nobody really knows what's going on there.
Mhm.
Is he haunting, Camp Crystal Lake?
Yeah.
Seeking revenge, or is he a real live person? Like,
Yeah. And what blew my balls right off was just not too long ago, and I think I have maybe mentioned it on here, is I finally broke down and watched the very first Friday the 13th. It was on like, I don't know, it was on IFC. And it just blew my fucking mind that Jason wasn't even in it until like the very, very, very end. Like the killer was the goddamn mother. Like the mother was the one killing people.
yeah.
Like
And then everything after that is Jason.
Jason had nothing to do with the movie except him popping up out of the lake. And that just being the horror virgin that I am, I had no idea that was a thing.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty crazy. Like,
Yeah.
but again, that's and the same thing with Michael Myers. I watched the original Halloween, and then I didn't watch any of the actual sequels that have come out over the years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched the original Halloween, then I went right to, because that very first time I ever watched Halloween 1979, John Carpenter's Halloween, was in 2018. Okay, and then I went right to the theater and saw John Carpenter's Halloween 2018, which is a
Gotcha.
direct sequel to the original Halloween movie.
No shit. See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then you go and you watch Halloween Kills, and then you watch Halloween Ends. All of those are connected in their own universe to the first movie.
Okay, because those are the ones that have Jamie Lee Curtis back in them.
Correct. Now, if you go
Okay.
watch Halloween 2, that also connects directly to the original, but not to the later ones.
Holy fuck.
There's like 5 fucking timelines.
This is like the Alien franchise. It's like, well, you've watched this. Yes, it's later, but it's actually earlier. If you watch
Yeah,
this,
pretty
it's,
much. So you got Halloween, and then Halloween 2, and then Halloween: The Return of Michael Myers, and Halloween fucking whatever, and then H2O, and all that shit. All of those are sequels to the Halloween movie, but they're not the same timeline as the latest one that came out in 2018. So,
gotcha.
you know, I mean, it's very fucking weird. So I
Yeah.
never watched all the other ones, like Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, and all that
Yeah.
shit. I have no idea what happens in those because they basically said none of that matters anymore. Here's the new timeline. This is the one you're supposed to follow. So whatever. Now, that being said, I don't know how the original, you know, what the original intent was with Michael Myers, because this dude doesn't fucking die.
Right.
Anything that is ever thrown at him, he survives.
And okay, which is the one? Because I'll see like a TikTok once in a while of there's an old guy and they're at a psych ward and he's holding Michael Myers' mask and they're like in this yard that looks like a big old chess piece, or not a chess piece, but a chess board.
Yeah, that's
And
2018.
That's 2018. Okay, so he's okay. So that's where I get confused because I'm like, well, I thought he was like a superhuman, like doesn't die, but he was locked up in a loony ward, right?
Yeah, I guess I don't know. It's hard to say because no matter what they throw at him, he never fucking dies.
Right.
And it weirded me out. And then I was like, that's what I was like. Okay, you know, maybe he's like fucking paranormal or something. I don't know. Like, what causes him to not die, no matter what fucking happens?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A burning goddamn building collapsed on the guy, and he just fucking walked out of there unscathed. It's crazy.
That is crazy. I don't get
Makes
it.
no sense at all. And then now, no, spoilers for anybody here who hasn't seen Halloween Ends, which came out like 2 years ago.
Uh-huh.
Terrible fucking movie.
Oh.
One of the worst movies I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh.
Ended awful. And basically just Jamie Lee Curtis kills Michael Myers, like right on her kitchen fucking counter.
Oh.
He dies.
But does she? Does he?
Yeah.
Or is there going to be so Halloween does end then?
Halloween Ends in that movie. He dies. And it ruined it for me. I was like, oh, he's just a normal fucking guy. What the fuck? Like, I was like not interested in it at all after that. I would rather him have been like Freddy Krueger.
Where he was,
Just an undead menace, like crazy. Like Freddy Krueger, the concept of Freddy Krueger is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Such an interesting, I mean, he's like a fucking child diddler, but regardless, like that's fucked up.
I tried to watch the when they did the remake.
Oh, it's bad.
And they showed like him being chased by the town folk as as he was like a regular human. You know, and I watched that part and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, but then I don't really remember a whole lot else of it. But like I said, that doesn't bother me. Like the Friday the 13th movies, or no, Nightmare on Elm Street movies. Like they don't really I'm still not going to watch them, but they don't bother me. The ones that bother me are the paranormal. That shit I can't. I feel like that's what I can't handle.
Right. I mean, I love
like things that are haunted.
I love like the Paranormal Activity movies are fucking awesome.
Oh, that scene where the dude was sitting on his chair, sitting on the couch, and then his neck just snaps.
Right.
Just freaked me the fuck out.
I mean, I don't typically love, like the demonic level of things, and they don't really super like go into a bunch of detail about what they're being attacked by. They kind of do, but they kind of don't. But it wasn't until when they did, I think it was like Paranormal Activity 5, I think is what it was. That I was like, whoa, like this is deep lore, and it was pretty cool. Like that movie's fucking crazy.
Nah. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, I'm not sitting here recommending, you do it, but then they took it way too far and they went back, like way back in the day, like to like ancient fucking times, and I'm like, I don't know, this is
No.
fucked up.
Yeah.
So I tend to gravitate away from it, but
Yeah.
and like I said, Trick or Treat dives into like a basically like a true crime tale, pretty much. You know what I mean? Where there's some like ghost children, but there's nothing really that insane that happens.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like, you could watch that movie and it won't make you uncomfortable.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It would be just
Yeah.
like a fun Halloween popcorn flick you could put on.
Oh, okay. I could
And
do
it
that.
would, yeah, it's not overly violent, and it's got what's his name from the McDonald's commercials. I can't remember his name now. Brian something. You know what I'm talking about?
For some reason, I don't.
The guy who narrates
Oh, the guy that
commercials.
narrates them. Yeah. What the hell is his last? He was in Super Troopers.
Yeah.
Cox. Brian Cox.
Brian
I think
Cox,
is
yeah.
his-
So he's in that movie. It's so funny. And who else? I don't think what the fuck is her name? The girl who played Rogue.
Oh. I know who you mean. I don't know her name. She's got the gap in between her teeth.
Yeah, she's in the
Yeah.
movie. And otherwise, and the kid from Bad Santa.
The fat kid.
Yeah. He gets murdered as fuck in that movie.
Fucking Bad Santa. God damn, that movie's funny.
Can I make you a sandwich?
Yeah. He's when they're in the car and he's like, did they drop you on your head when you were a kid? Drop me on my head? And he's, well, whose head do you think they would? He's like, are you fucking with me right now?
I love
Billy
that
Bob
fucking
Thornton should have gotten a fucking Oscar for that. God damn, was he funny in that?
Yeah, dude.
Oh.
Are you fucking with me?
Was it the time they played checkers? And he just gets so pissed. I feel like at least 4 or 5 times in that movie. He's like, are you fucking with me right now? Oh,
Yeah.
such a great movie.
I
didn't watch the second one. Yeah, on my head? Well, yeah, on your head. Well, they drop somebody else's head on yours. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
you
Billy Bob
kidding me?
Thornton's fucking awesome.
Oh, so
The
good.
second one's pretty good.
Is it? I never watched it.
It's just as bad as the first one, like in terms of just raunchy. It's like one of the raunchiest movies I've ever seen. Both of them. They're fucked up.
Oh man.
But
damn it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I get real picky. The older I get, the more I'm just like, I don't know what I want to watch for Halloween. Like,
yeah. I mean, your options are they're limited, but they're not limited. If that makes sense, I feel
like some people just want to be scared.
Yeah,
they just want to watch scary movies. Like, it doesn't matter what it is, and they'll watch whatever. Like, it always pissed me off that like The Walking Dead always came out in October. Yeah, and I was like, oh yeah, just in time for Halloween. But then I started thinking, like, why though? What? Who cares? It takes place in the summertime. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's not Halloween. It's not horror. It is horror, but it's not.
Up until was it almost the last season, they finally did a couple episodes where it was winter.
Yeah,
and it was weird. It didn't feel right. Well, that's about when I stopped watching anyway. So I didn't give a shit because I was just like, oh, they're doing it in wintertime. I'm like, that's weird. Okay, now I'm on to something else.
Yeah, and it's just one of those. Yeah, I don't know. I just fucking bizarre. Like it feels to me like like going home after a hot day in the middle of July, swimming all day, and be like, I'm gonna put on Jingle All the Way. Like, what the fuck? Like,
yep. I don't understand people that do that. That's why. And that could be a thing for another day, conversation for another. Well, I'm sure we talked about it during Christmas time. These people that can watch Christmas all year round, Christmas movies, Halloween movies all year round. I can't. I only watch Christmas movies during Christmas time. Halloween, we don't, like I said, this household's not really much of a Halloween family. I think 2 years in a row we've watched Hocus Pocus right around Halloween time.
Right.
Just the first one.
Well, that movie is that's another one that's like that's when like Halloween's going on.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't think of anything we really truly watch, but this always goes back to my Die Hard talk. This is why Die Hard's not a Christmas movie, because I would it was just on 2 weeks ago and I watched it. If it was a Christmas movie, I wouldn't well, fuck, see that just ruined, well, not really, because Bad Santa was on a couple months ago and I watched it just because it's so fucking funny. But still, Die Hard's not a Christmas movie, even though we're doing Halloween shit right now, but still.
I mean,
I used to think it was, but I don't anymore. Once Bruce Willis said it wasn't. And that always good. Okay, so now I'm going to transition really quick to one thing that me and my buddy Joe always have the argument about. He says, and I think we may have talked about this, he says Jaws is a horror movie. I don't.
I agree. Wait, let's see. What's the word here I can say?
And
I'm clapping with those sunflowers.
Ooh. Which sunflowers? Mine or mine or my buddy Joe's?
I agree with you.
You agree? Okay. Because that's what, well, just when I worked D shift, me and Andy were talking about movies, and he said to me about Jaws. He says, now, do you consider Jaws a horror? And I said, no. I said, I consider Jaws just like, if anything, if I'm going to put it as something, like a thriller would be my, like, action thriller kind of thing.
For sure.
But in my terminology, and I wouldn't. And I cannot find the video evidence. I know it's there somewhere, and I need to find this and show this to my buddy. It was a behind the scenes documentary on Jaws, and they specifically asked Steven Spielberg if he considers Jaws a horror, and he says no. He does not consider it a horror movie. So if the guy who wrote and directed the movie says it's not a horror, then henceforth, it will be no longer considered a horror in my book. It is just a summertime, well, not a summertime flick, but a thriller.
No, it is definitely a summertime flick.
But I still watch it year round, though. If it's on TV, yeah. But it's set in the summertime, yeah. It's not like people only watch it in the summer. I'm telling you, man, watching it on the big screen was incredible.
I'm sure it was.
That was one of my highlights of the summer.
Now, fuck was I just gonna say? Oh yeah, and I always use this as an example, but and I'm pretty sure I mentioned it in our Christmas episode, but like the movie Shazam, like Zachary Levi Shazam, that movie takes place at Christmas time.
Oh, does it?
It takes place at Christmas time. Santa Claus is in the movie. Christmas decorations are everywhere. Released in April.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? As a summer blockbuster.
Yeah.
I don't consider that synonymous with Christmas.
No. And that's where people
Star Wars, which we've talked about before. When the wintertime rolls around, I always get in the mood to watch Star Wars, which I know from what you said is incorrect because that's not when it's supposed to come out. It feels weird for you, but to me, that's where it feels
exactly. And that's where the age gap thing hits people, because us Generation Xers, Star Wars was always Memorial Day weekend. The original, I mean, I was still way too young for the original trilogy, but you knew that's when it came out. And then the prequels, they were all if they weren't Memorial Day weekend, they were right around that time. But then now, yeah, like I said, once Disney got it, so now you younglings are all into, December, Star Wars comes out, which, I mean, I'm getting used to it, but it still just doesn't feel right. Like, Star Wars was the mecca of summer blockbusters. And now it's not. And they're not even making any. I mean, I don't know when the next movie will come out. 2 years?
Oh, is that how long it's going to be?
I think 2 years is the next one, because they're shooting the Mandalorian movie now. So I would assume that means, a year and a half. So probably, I mean, I haven't looked to see if they even have like a scheduled release date, but I'm assuming it's not going to be till 26.
Huh.
Yeah. That kind of sucks.
It does kind of suck.
Yeah. Let's see. I think because then there's that talk about the Rey movie and then the Dawn of the Jedi movie. But still nothing is happening about any of those yet. Which, like I said, it saddens me because there's really, like, I know, so weird we're going from talking Halloween stuff to now we're on to Star Wars talk. Oh, well, now, son of a bitch, check this shit out. So they're saying release date May 22nd of 2026.
Oh.
And with it being Favreau and Filoni, those guys, since they're rooted into the old school Star Wars thinking that maybe these movies will start going back again to May.
Huh.
And that would be nice because it's a lot nicer to stand in line in May than it is in December.
Yeah.
Not that,
I mean,
not that I don't think for the sequels, I don't think I ever had to stand in line though. I think the last time I stood in line at the movies was Endgame. Avengers. Because that's when I told the dude one of us needs to take our shirts off because we were both wearing the same Captain America shirt. So fucking weird.
that is
Because he's like, dude, we got the same shirt. I'm like, yeah. Well, one of us is gonna have to take it off.
Mm.
Why? Why couldn't I have just said, yeah, look at us? Great minds think alike. Nope. Someone needs to go shirtless into the movie theater. They all just, it's a shocker, but they all stared at me. There was like 5 of them, and they're like, had that look of, did he just say what I think he said? And I just waved and kept walking away.
That's so funny.
Mm.
That's such a you thing to say.
It is. It is. I don't know, man. Oh, well, let's see. I think we did the lies. We did we talked about the paranormal dudes coming to Do Boys. That's gonna, I might have to wrap it up because I'm gonna have to go do all this shit that Autumn wants me to do for her today. No days off for this mamma jamma here. Because
you got it all coming to you today.
Yeah, I gotta go get the dog because he just got groomed. So I gotta go to Hyde, pick him up. From my house to Hyde, since you don't, it's about a 15-minute drive, 10 to 15. So I'm going to go get him, then come back. Then I got to go return a shirt, come back. Tonight might be a homemade Alfredo night. I haven't done that in a while. Yeah. I just got to remember I got to go get heavy cream. Or whipping cream. Heavy whipping cream. Or is it just heavy cream?
You should try it with light cream.
You did say that.
Yes.
Yes, I will try light cream. So I'm gonna have to go to JG and get light cream. Is it still called light heavy cream?
Yeah.
Or no? It'd be light whipping cream.
Just light cream.
Light cream. Isn't that just milk?
No.
Okay.
I'll bring it up here in the Walmart. But yeah, it changes the entire diet. I promise you. I mean, you take my word for it if you want to, or trust me on this, I guess would be the better option. But I made it with the heavy whipping cream and it's good, but it's good once.
Okay.
After that, it breaks.
Yeah, it didn't. It seemed like the leftovers weren't as good.
I promise you, this does not break.
Okay.
For some reason, I don't really know exactly what happens or what changes it, but since it's not heavy, you make it the exact same way.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You just replace the heavy cream with light cream instead.
With light cream. That's so easy. It's just so easy. It's so goddamn good.
It's very good.
Yeah. That is
I'm sending a link your way right now. This is for the great value. But you'll at least know what you're looking for.
what I'm
Just
looking for. Yeah.
light cream, ultra pasteurized.
Okay. I hope I don't have to actually go to Walmart. I'm hoping JG has it. They
I would hope
should.
for your sake that they also have
But
it.
if not, from JG to Walmart's not that terrible.
I
And
would
I
just
tell
hate
you
for you
what,
to have to go there for just that.
yeah. Well, I do need to get noodles though too. Well, I mean, I could get that at JG. So yeah, I'm sure JG's pretty good. I'm sure they have it. Yeah, yeah, that should be good. Now, I do want to say, we had your little shindig, and you guys were playing Halloween themed music, and
Yeah.
I know we're gonna touch on this at some point, because of Emma saying that we should do a movie or a show based on movie themes, theme songs and everything. I couldn't stop thinking about how god awful the music to Harry Potter is. That was ridiculously bad.
Oh yeah, I
And
forgot about that.
shame on John Williams for composing such shit.
Well, it's not all shit.
It's shit.
Just
Well, it
the
might not all
main
be shit,
theme
but
is
that
not. It's not as epic
oh,
as you were probably hoping, but
it's just so lame.
you
I
were
don't
getting what I believe. Okay, so it doesn't really happen in Star Wars. It's pretty well the same the whole way through, but every year, so Harry Potter takes place over the course of 7 years, right?
right. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, if you say so.
Yeah, so he goes to school for 7 years. All right, so when you get Harry Potter 1, you
Mhm.
get this light theme song. It's, it's there's nothing to it. It's just this light, friendly little thing, which is what you
Mhm.
were hearing.
Okay, and that's
The
awful.
main Hedwig theme from Harry Potter. As the series goes on and it gets darker and darker and darker until when it ends, they're adults pretty much.
Mhm.
And it's like they're battling and it's a big deal.
Mhm.
By the time that happens, the theme song gets a lot darker and more epic.
Okay.
So it kind of grows
Mhm.
with them as the movies go. So for whatever reason, they never put the other good ones on there.
Gotcha.
Nor would I ever consider it to be a Halloween song. Again, Harry Potter is one of those things. It's synonymous with every holiday for no reason at all. It
Mhm.
comes on in the fall, and it comes on like Brady. Brady will tell me, he'll argue with me yearly. Harry Potter's a Christmas movie. Like, no, what the fuck is not? You know what I mean? It absolutely is not. Do they have Christmas in every one of them? Yes. They're
But that
they're
it's just
school children.
yeah. But just that's the argument that always pisses me off. Just because there's Christmas in the movie, it isn't gonna make it a Christmas movie.
No,
That's such bullshit. I hate
like
that fucking
they're
argument.
fucking school children.
Yeah.
They show up at school in the fall just like we do.
Mhm.
Okay, yes, they have Halloween. Yes, they have fucking Thanksgiving. And yes, they have Christmas. And then they have summer. I'm sorry, but it's a movie. There's
Mhm.
no particular thing. They don't come out, there's no theme to them.
Yeah.
It's a story. And just because it happens during the school year and you get to see them experience life just as we do, doesn't make it implicitly one way or the other. If you enjoy watching it at Christmas time, by all fucking means.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it just drives me nuts that people have to find a theme to watch a movie
Yeah,
or find a holiday.
we were watching them in the break room in fucking March, bro. Like,
Yeah. Yeah,
it
the
doesn't matter
Hogwarts.
when it is. The
Yeah.
Hogwarts. Spud's my gamble.
I heard your friends when that came on, and I was like, oh, so that's from the Hogwarts movie. And I heard one of them go, what? Hogwarts movie? I wanted to go over and tell them. I'm like, I do know what it's called. I'm assuming they knew. I'm hoping they knew I was being funny there.
I think that was Ian, actually.
What?
What?
What? A
Just
Hogwarts
baffled.
movie?
Now that's the Hogwarts, right?
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, it's funny.
It is.
Yeah, I would be. I still feel like now I would, like I said, I would wait for you to wait for my opinion. But when Harry Potter decides to come out next year, the TV series remake, it might be worth watching because it's either going to be fucking amazing and this insane undertaking that you might want to be a part of in terms of pop culture.
Yeah.
Or it's going to be shit.
Yeah. Because I can guarantee you I'm not going to watch the ones that are already out. I will not watch that.
At this point, I
just
wouldn't even worry about it.
Yeah. Yep. And so if I do it, I'll start fresh with this new this new stuff.
Yeah. Now, if they cast it incorrectly, I'm going to be a little fucking miffed.
Right.
I don't know. A lot of the people that were in the originals are dead already.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? I highly doubt any of the original actors are going to come back to be in the new one. It'd be cool if they did, but I doubt it.
Yeah.
Like we're not going to see Daniel Radcliffe in this series. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
He's cut all ties with Harry Potter.
Oh, has he?
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah. Sometimes it is best to move on.
Right. So, I mean, maybe cameos or something, but I mean, the series isn't really warranted for cameos.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? There's really no one-off characters that can just show up once and then be like, all right, see you never. Like, that's why the movies suck so bad because, the things change so rapidly.
Gotcha.
If you look at the first movie and you look at the last movie, you're like, I would say, hey, this is the same place. You would be like, no fucking way. You know what I mean? It's such a stark difference between them.
Yeah.
That it is mind-bending. Whatever. That's the way it is.
Yeah, it is.
That movie came out when I was in 5th grade, the first one. And then the last one came out when I was graduated. So,
it's a long damn time.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
So, I hope you guys enjoyed being balls deep in Bravado like the rest of us.
Don't get your canopy penetrated.
Go get your canopy penetrated. We'll be back next week with another spooky booty.
Spooky booty?
I don't really know what the fuck I was going to say.
Wow.
Another spooky booty episode. But until then, enjoy yourselves and behave.
Or not.
Or not, I guess, but
yeah.
Enjoy. Oh, yeah. Treasure Lake has underwater pumpkin carving for anybody who's scuba diving, scuba certified.
So weird.
You can come over here and do that.
So specific.
$65.
Jesus. I'm gonna say there's going to be 2 people that are gonna show up.
Maybe 1.
Yeah. I'll say 2.
What, the instructor and the person
One
doing it?
person, yeah. So 3. It'll be the instructor, and then a husband and wife.
Oh yeah, husband and wife duo that are like, we're scuba certified. What? Who gives a flying fuck? There's no part of me that if I was at your house and you were like, hey, check out these pumpkins we carved underwater. Yeah. We carved them underwater. We were wearing scuba suits. I don't give a fuck. Like, no, that doesn't make any difference to me.
No,
that is stupid. The most cash grabbing ass fucking horse shit thing that I may have ever heard of in my life.
Yep.
What are you doing?
It's dumb.
Like,
it is dumb.
It makes no the pumpkin's not going to look any different.
No.
There's nothing that's going to implicit. I feel like it wouldn't be that easy either.
Well, no, you're going to have pumpkin guts all gyrating around you or whatever you want to, not gyrating, but as soon as you open it up, they're going to be guts like sprawled about in the water.
I just really feel like paying $65. Like at this point, you're just looking for an excuse to just gloat about nonsense.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a very vanity kind of thing.
I've never heard of it, but like they've never done this before. I just saw it and was like, what the fuck? Like underwater pumpkin carving, you have to be scuba certified. You can't just go.
No.
Shit, I could do that in my backyard. just carve it under the water. But you don't even have to go under. We don't have to get your body wet.
Yeah, I'll just go in my bathtub and do it. I don't give a shit.
That's what I'm saying. What are you doing?
Yeah. It's a vanity thing. It
is so fucking
something to put
weird.
on Facebook and Instagrams and your Snap faces and your Insta chats and your
my problem here
Googles.
Is, unless somebody is taking photos of you while you're underwater, carving the pumpkin, who's gonna know? Nobody. I could go to Walmart today, buy a pumpkin, carve it, and text a picture to you and say, I did this while I was underwater.
Yep.
And you could be like, wow.
Yeah. And I'm going to text back. I'm going to text back, whoop-de shit.
Yeah, like, I just don't understand what is going through people's heads.
No, it's dumb. People are idiots. It's something to... No, it's dumb.
Not even close to worth the price of $65. Not even a fraction.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even $1 maybe.
Yeah. It's dumb. That's all I'm gonna say.
And whatever.
Yeah.
Save your scoop. Go down and help them in Florida. They might need you down there.
Yeah, use your resources for that.
Like, what are you scuba diving in Treasure Lake for?
Yeah.
There's not even any water.
Yeah, that's what they're draining the water out of there, aren't they?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it'll be back by then.
Maybe. I just think it's so bizarre. And like they do scuba diving lessons in the pool here. Like, what?
Well, just do it there then. Just scuba in the pool. I
just think what the fuck? Like,
yeah. I don't get it.
There's better things to do.
Yep, there's better things for me to do, like go get my dog here, so.
All right, buddy. I'm sorry I'm keeping you.
That's all right.
All right, we'll see you guys next week.
All right, bye-bye.
This is the end of the show. You made it. Who would have known? We thank you deeply for listening along. Tune in next week with another one. As always, it's been a really fun time. We'll back again. We're ineffably sublime. Every Tuesday, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. With Bubs, the host with the most, and Spuds McGamble, the Southpaw co-host with a wild name, and our producer, a Mandalorian, produced in the Pennsylvania Wild. I'm wearing syrup and Captain Fudge, what the land we were speaking of wishing. With Bubs and Spuds, everything comes like, but you're to lean back and have a ball. Unique for the blues when the brass is hot. When the saxophone sings, I shows the spot. So pour that rye and sway to the beat. Every episode a special treat. That sweet brew, feel the rhythm tight. With McGamble hosting every night. It's ineffably sublime and wild we find. Bubs and Spuds bringing joy of every kind. Jungle tales to the city's hum. Every wild meets the weird and folk. Every wild meets the weird and folk. With a jazzy beat and stars in our eye. It's a special good time with McGamble both. Where the wild meets the weird and folks invoke. With the swing on the airways, let's take flight. Tune in, lean back, everything's alright. From the jungle tales to the city's hum. Every twist, every turn, no rule of thumb. With Bubs and Spuds, everything cause like the joy to lean back and have a ball. No need for the blues when the brass is hot. When the saxophone sings, our show's the spot. So pour that rye and sway to the beat. Every episode a special treat. That sweet brew, feel the rhythm tight. With McGamble hosting every night. It's ineffably sublime and wild we find. Bubs and Spuds bringing joy of every kind. Drop the jungle tales to the city's hum. Every wild meets the weird and folk. Every wild meets the weird and folk. with a jazzy beat and stars in our eye. It's a special good time with my gamble boat, where the wild meets the weird and folks invoke. With the swing on the airwaves, let's take flight. Tune in, lean back, everything's alright. From the jungle tales to the city's hum, every twist, every turn, no rule of thumb. With bubs and spuds, everything cause like Jordan, lean back and every ball. No need for the blues when the brass is hot. When the saxophone sings, our show's the spot. So pour that rye and sway to the beat. Every episode a special treat.